Hey you guys, I am NanoMango, and welcome to another episode of Storytime. Now the story for today is going to be about a motorcycle trip that I took with my dad. We were in the country of Thailand. It was beautiful. It was a super awesome trip overall, but let's start from the beginning. My family was living in Thailand while I was attending college in America. My family paid for me to go back to Thailand and visit them over Christmas, and while I was there, my dad's like, hey, we should go on a motorcycle trip, and I was all for that. I love driving motorcycles, and so he rented a couple of motorcycles for us to take out on a 3-day trip. We drove all over northern Thailand, and it was a super good time. Probably the worst point in the trip, up until the last day, was probably when it started raining. It rained heavily, because that's around the monsoon season, so it just started pouring all of a sudden, and when you're on a motorcycle, that's really bad. The road got super slippery, and we actually had to pull off on the side of the road and hide in this abandoned shack on the side of the road until the rain died down. Thailand is really hot, so the rain actually helped cool us down a lot, and we were actually shivering by the time we got to the hotel that night. But the real focus of this story is on the third day. We had finally visited all the places we were going to go to, and we were on our way back home. We were taking the freeway back, and there are some pretty sharp turns in the freeway. The speed is about 100 kilometers an hour, or maybe 60 miles an hour, or 55 or something. So it's not super fast, but it is very crowded. So we're heading back home, and my dad's in front of me a bit, and I'm in the back, and I'm on this beautiful red motorcycle. We're just driving down the freeway, minding our own business. And suddenly, as I'm turning around this corner, a car is on my left side, and a car is directly behind me, and I'm in the far right lane on the left side, because everyone drives on the left side of the road in Thailand. I'm on the left side, but in the far right lane, I believe there were 3 lanes. And there's a corner coming up that I know is too sharp for the speed that I'm going at. So I'm trying to slow down, but I can't get around the guy that's behind me, and I can't get past the guy that's on my left. So what I have to do is try to slow down, and this guy's almost rear-ending me behind me. And I finally get the gap that I need behind the guy that's on my left. And as I hit the brakes and turn into that gap, the corner is right there. So the corner starts, and I'm still going straight. I can't turn and hit the brakes fast enough. So I veer across 2 lanes, because I was in the far right one, all the way to the left side, and there's a curb, and it's cement everywhere. It's bricks and cement. There's no grass, there's some trees on the side, but nothing else. And I slam into the curb and fly off of the motorcycle. I was probably slowed down a bit, so maybe going 40 miles an hour, and I flew over the handlebars and rolled, and I narrowly missed a concrete pole, which was insane that I missed that. It was probably by just 1 foot. Anyway, so I rolled off of this motorcycle. Now, I know that I rolled because there were a ton of leaves on my back, but I don't really remember rolling. I got up in kind of a daze, and I looked around, and I was super glad I was okay. And I turn around and I look at the motorcycle, and there's just pieces everywhere, and I'm like, oh no. And I looked, and I found out I hadn't totaled it, but when I hit the curb, the front wheel got caught and flipped the motorcycle sideways and shattered the mirror on the left side and bent the left handlebar all the way to a 90-degree angle. No joke. And I try to stand the thing up, and I can't even move it at all, because the handlebar is so far bent that I can hardly get the motorcycle to face straight. My dad drove around and came back to where I was, and together we tried to pull the handlebar and bend it back, and we could only get it maybe a couple inches. It's solid metal. So my dad opts to drive that motorcycle to the rental place, and I have to drive his, and we drive all the way back, and it ends up costing him $400, and I felt so bad. I couldn't pay for any of it, but fortunately, I actually hadn't hit my head at all. Even though I rolled, I still to this day don't know how I rolled, where I didn't even get a scratch on me and missed my helmet entirely. So there was no scratches on the helmet. I actually did scratch my knee a little bit, but it was seriously, I cannot believe I survived that. But I thought that you guys should know that. It was a really interesting story. But yeah, it's one of those moments where I almost died, and it's one of those times where you're just like, holy crap, how did I even survive that? So I thought it was a pretty interesting story from my past, and I thought you guys might want to know. Thank you guys for enjoying this episode. If you liked it, please do leave a like, and hopefully everything will be back in working order momentarily with my channel. Thank you for your patience, and I will see all of you guys in the next one. Goodbye!